Do you know who the smother queen is? Mistress Delicious in Vegas. Her ass is so big when she oils it up.
White guys love oil.
Oh, yeah. Well, so does Diddy, for what it's worth.
Two goons, not one but two goons. Two goons, 7 hours in the bathroom.
I'm Haley Quinnla, and this is Two Goons.
That's an ass.
Yeah, no, I've seen you using it as like a shelf and stuff, and people are like, you can't sit here. And you're like, I'm not sitting. You're just like resting your ass on stuff.
I came up with that idea because I was literally in that. So the first video I did was in Vegas on one of those machines.
Yeah.
And I was just standing there relaxing. I was like, wait, film me.
Yeah.
And then we
just rolled with it from there. Yeah.
I love it. It's fun.
Because POG is like, you're probably huge in the POG community.
Yeah, I started on Reddit not showing my face because I'm a medical provider. Mm-hmm. And I had a #1 post on POG for a while.
Nice.
And
That's huge.
On our Thick.
Yeah.
And the moderators for both of those deleted my.
Why?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't pay to get there.
Oh, so if you're going to get to the top of like
You
a
have to
porn
pay.
Reddit, you have to pay?
Nowadays, you have to pay.
Oh,
wow.
So
whoa.
any girl who's saying that it happened to her organically is probably lying.
Holy shit, I didn't
Really?
realize that was the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you have to pay. So they there's a moderator in particular, I'm not going to say, but there are actually two. No, I'm not going to. But there are two who, like, if you go through the biggest subreddits, you'll see the same names over and over again.
Yeah.
They like wormed their way into those subreddits and like moderating them because they're like, oh, look at these other ones I moderate. And then people don't know and they're like, okay, yeah, come on in, you're experienced. And then they just take over and run it as a business, which is so smart.
Yeah,
It is
It's
smart.
It's brilliant,
but it's
not as organic as it used to be.
And it ruins the sanctity of really what Reddit is. Reddit's all about like community votes and upvotes.
And
you buy those. You buy those now.
You buy those.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
dude, sorry, go.
Yeah, I mean, it is a thing, like you said. It's in a capitalist society. I mean, where are you going to be the dummies with the platform who's not? Yeah.
It's just there's nothing pure anymore. Nothing. I can't even get my nut on Reddit without knowing someone bought it. Someone bought my nut, dude. I'm just like,
The purity is you trying to get in that seat.
Yeah. That was the purity.
What were the Reddit categories? So POG, Thick.
POG, Thick. My weight has fluctuated a lot with time, so I used to be bigger with like BBW.
Oh, BBW, yeah.
I don't think I've ever truly been BBW, but I've like been like right there, just under.
Yeah, and that's interesting. So I went through a aggressive phase of only fucking BBWs.
Listen, the pussy though.
It is.
It's so juicy. Because I fuck women too. Listen.
Would you say your pussy?
I cut you off,
No, you're right.
It's the best.
It really is some great
pussy.
sex.
Yes,
It was your pussy juicier when you were bigger?
Oh, that's a good.
Is your pussy juicy now? What?
I mean, I haven't gotten any complaints. So.
Okay, great.
That is a good question. I don't really finger myself that much, so I don't really compare. But I am pretty tight. I did finger myself when I was in Europe recently, and I was like, oh. Wow, but I started doing yoga a year ago, so like that kind of tightened things up, and I squirted for the first time.
Hey, congratulations!
In yoga class?
It was no, but I did it.
Downward dog. Oh my God. Oh God.
Yoga makes me so horny.
But that is a thing.
I got stronger, and then
your vagina tightened up. What led you to your first squirt? How'd you get your first squirt out there?
I hadn't had sex in like 6 months, and I hooked up with this guy on Hinge.
Ooh.
And he was like perfectly my type, and like it didn't work out. We didn't try a relationship. For me, it was just like a one-night thing. Mm-hmm. But I was like, oh my God, this guy is so hot. And then we got in my car, and I did it in my car. So that's how I found out that I'm into public.
Oh, okay. So
stuff.
the public, it's kind of that. It was that little bit of extra kinkiness that led to the.
He knew what he was doing.
So in terms of type, you don't have to say the guy or her, but what was the type?
So I do have a few types.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But this type is like, I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of like Cubans in Florida.
Yeah.
Like short, tan skin, like black curly hair.
You're like a short king.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I haven't dated a lot lot of tall guys, but I have dated tall guys. It doesn't really matter.
You would like our buddy Marito.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah?
Marito's like 5'2".
He's from El Salvador. He's this little like jacked little dude. Yeah.
I fell in love with
funny.
like a Guatemalan guy who was shorter than me.
Okay.
So it's possible.
We might have to link it up. Do you like funny guys?
Yeah.
He's a comedian, dude. This might be perfect. Marito, we're going to be sending something your way soon, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm down.
And
I think he'd be down too.
Look at his face.
That's great.
Yeah, dude.
This guy.
And so you're out there dating a lot right now. How's the dating scene working for you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess sort of in the last year I've been more seriously dating because, you know, I'm a solo creator. Up until recently, I just recently started hiring friends to help me. But up until the last few months, I've been creating everything on my own.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I've done everything on my own. And so I was like, all these girls have boyfriends who do everything for them.
Yeah. The boyfriend is like, there'll be a guy.
Like the crux.
Yeah.
You know? And like, I've heard girls on your podcast say, I've talked to these women, like their boyfriends do everything. The boyfriends talk to the fans. I actually really love talking to my fans for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But they talk to the fans, they edit, they shoot the stuff, they edit. The only thing the girl does is put on makeup and look pretty.
Yeah.
And then like does what the boyfriend says most of the time.
The boyfriend needs to, from his perspective, I can't say this, wouldn't know exactly, but I would assume he's like, I kind of got to earn my keep here. If I don't create value in this, then when she, like, even though I am making income, if she leaves, then I can't make any more money.
Well, you probably also too, like, let's just say whatever the number is, let's just say $30,000 a month someone's making, you're doing it on your own, you're completely hustling, but then you could probably 2, 3, 4x that amount with a good partner, someone who's really creative.
I need someone.
Yeah. I mean, no, but really, because we actually had someone over yesterday who blew up in 6 months, and they were talking about going from $10,000 to literally 6 figures a month.
Yeah.
And they're working together, they're helping each other. It really is so important to have we do content ourselves. We have like our producer who's also a comic who helps on that. We couldn't do this without people like that.
I've seen you at the Comedy Store, actually.
Maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't been recently?
No.
Oh, okay. Then
well, the problem is he looks like some. All of these LA good-looking types. Yeah. They're just fucking cookie cutters, talentless, good-looking, tall, skinny, nothing. LA's trying to squeeze them into a role. They're all gonna fail, and someday they're gonna be 55 years old looking like a lesbian serving you lattes.
So good.
This is LA. That's, you know. Are you LA based? Is that why?
No, I'm not. But I've lived here now for going on 4 years.
Yeah.
So and I've been in the comedy scene a bit. So it's like I have really good friends who are comics, and they were actually recently here, and
And how did you? So did you come out here for the industry to get like deeper into OF? Because what did you go from? Who were you before, and then how did you get into all of this?
Yeah, I went to PA school. I got my master's.
Yeah.
I got the Outstanding Physician Assistant Student Award.
Nice.
And I gave this speech at our graduation.
Yeah, hot in the office.
Which was such an honor. Honestly, it was incredible, and I'm very political, so of course I made it very political. I'm not political on my page.
Yeah. No.
But internally, if you do a simple Google search of me, you'll find it'll be like, what kind of shit is she into?
Okay, wow, yeah.
Although nowadays people are pretty radicalized, so actually I think some people would be like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was definitely more radical before it was like as bad as it is now. So I got my degree, and I was going to work at the LA LGBT Center. I got a job offer there, so I moved to West Hollywood, and then I turned that job offered down to work as a surgical PA and doing primarily orthopedic trauma surgery, but other trauma surgery and acute care services like taking out appendices and like gallbladders and doing things like Fournier's gangrene and like digging into people's flesh and just like cutting out all the bad stuff. And I love it.
Do you have like a specific, because like I used to, that was one thing when I would always do a section of my show that was like crowd work. I don't do it as much anymore, but one question I would always ask is like, anyone here a nurse? Because nurses had crazy stories. Always like one lady told me about this dude who had like something lodged in his ass, like he put like a cucumber or some shit up there. Oh no, it was the one of those big Costco sized shampoo bottles with like the handle, and he put the handle in first, and so he lost it up there, and then she was like, we had to get a snare, and I was like, what's a snare? And she's like, it's like a lasso, and they had to like lasso this thing out of his asshole.
At least he did that instead of them having to cut him open and cut out his colon and his bowel, and then he has like a poop bag for the rest of his life. Which, actually, I'm still really good friends with one of the surgeons I worked with, and last month he messaged me. He was like, oh God. I was like, oh no, what happened? He goes, this girl put in a butt plug up like backwards.
Oh, what?
It's like she didn't know what
handle
she was
first.
doing. She
put the gym in?
Yeah. And then it was so deep and bad, like they couldn't lasso it out. They had to give him a poop bag.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's
like lighting a cigarette at the wrong end.
Yeah. Dude, who makes that mistake,
bad.
dude? It's clear. Like, it's just, it has such a clear way to go into your asshole.
For you.
I guess so. She was looking at it very confused. This is why we need better sex education in American schools.
Sexuality.
We need to learn how to put in butt plugs properly.
Are you completely out of the physician assistant game?
No, I did quit working in healthcare for a salary because I guess this ties back into the original question. I have ADHD, so I don't even care that we're not finishing points, but
us too, man.
I could kind of wrap this back around.
Yeah, don't worry. This is good.
So I moved to LA and I was so broke, and the onboarding for like after you graduate, between graduation and starting your job, you have to take your boards. You then have to present your board scores, which takes weeks, to the state, and the state's like, okay, here's your license, and then you get you get certified, and then you get your license. Then you can apply to jobs officially, and then like after the interview process, which can take a couple months, you get a job offer. You take the job offer, and to onboard you is another few months. So it was literally 6 months between graduating and finally working my first day.
And you're in debt.
I'm in debt. I'm already $300,000 in debt.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that's just to be a physician assistant, $300K.
Well, it was for the PA portion, it was almost $200K, but for my undergrad, it was almost $100.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about yesterday.
Shit.
Most doctors, this is why we don't have doctors in America. Like, we're losing young doctors because you're going to start $500K in debt.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's
Which
fucking
is
insane.
so unfair.
It's insane. Yeah, it's not fair at all.
It's really unfair, and especially because you can't. That's the only debt you can't relinquish, or whatever, however it is, which is criminal.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but go on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Good opinions.
Good
opinions.
He knows things. No, but yeah, I had all of this debt, but on top of that, no income, no more student loans, like nothing. I don't know. I had no money, and I was like, well, I knew this girl who did OF, and she did it during COVID, and it's not COVID anymore, but like she's like she was successful before she quit. I was like, if she could do it, I can do it. That was kind of my thought process.
100%.
I was like, but I can't show my face because I'm a healthcare provider. I don't want to get in trouble. And so I started off on Reddit, not showing my face. And I made I think my first month I made over $2,000, I had no following. First of all, I had Instagram and I had Facebook, and I barely used those.
Yeah.
And I never had a Twitter. I never had a TikTok. I didn't even know how to use TikTok or Twitter. I kind of loosely knew how to use Reddit, but not really. So I started from ground zero, nothing. And I don't look like a child, so I didn't skyrocket. But I did make over $2,000.
That is kind of a secret to success.
Yeah. Like sometimes I'll be laying there at night, like, why didn't I do this when I was 18?
It is crazy.
Because if you're gonna do it, like, I don't know. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I did it when I was older, because I feel like, you know, my brain is properly developed now, and I can make those decisions.
Well, it also doesn't fuck you up.
Correct. If you want to change your career.
Well, because like even with me, when I moved to New York, my closest friend was already famous, and this was 3 years ago, and he said, a comic or a comic, yeah. And he goes, "You're not ready for fame." Like, I was like, "What do you mean?" And then I popped off a year ago, and at the beginning it was kind of tough. Like it was just even now there's like moments, but now. Thank God now than 3-4 years ago, because I probably would have fucked it up if I went like viral 4 years ago. But that's what's interesting. So you went from 2K that first month, and then you started realizing it was exponential after that.
Yeah, this ass is famous.
That is an ass. I
took off.
It's a fame-worthy ass. If you can't sit in a chair, right?
Holy
shit!
I get really nervous about like higher stools. I'm like,
it's gonna spill over.
We can put right here the one of the Reddits or I'm saying for the clips. We can show because
I have a bike. The first one that went viral was me on a bike, but it might be deleted. Also, my account got banned.
Really?
Why?
Well, you can send it to. You can send us the.
They randomly ban people.
You can send us whatever the viral thing was, and we'll show it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Your ass just eating a bike seat.
Yeah. I will watch it.
No, but I can envision it. I can envision what her ass does to a bike seat, and I'm sure the smell after is great.
No one's complaining.
Yeah.
I do like the I'm not a huge ass guy, but I do like the one thing is there's do you know who the Smother Queen is? Mistress Delicious in Vegas? Yo, her ass is so big. When she
I need to meet her.
Oh my God. When she oils it up and she does the shake and
white guys love oil.
Oh, yeah. Well, so does Diddy, for what it's worth.
This episode's proudly sponsored by the most dangerous and clickable site on the internet, Jerkmate.
It's free to sign up. We're giving you $10 to Jerkmate. Real models, real moans. If you go on Jerkmate, you can see beautiful women, beautiful other things, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's tons of beautiful stuff on there.
It's beauty all around for a true gooner.
And guys, remember, making an account is totally free. No monthly fees, no nothing. Just make your account, browse through the models, spend your $10, do whatever you want.
Grab a little coconut oil.
A little coconut oil.
Dim the lights.
Maybe a candle?
And a little goon for you.
It's gooner time.
Goon on Jerkmate, baby. At the record show, I know one black guy who loves oil. Are you an oil guy or what?
Never really. No. Like I moisturize. I always stay very.
But you don't care. Like
I'm not oiling a chick up. No,
I love to oil a chick.
Only white guys have tried to oil me up.
Really? What do they? So what is that?
Like, do you see this baby oil in your bathroom?
Like,
I feel like, but I started to like put it closer so that like the guys didn't feel so weird about it. They're just like, it's just right there next to your bed. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Let's get it. Yeah,
it's your thing.
You know, I've showed up to when I first started hooking up with sex workers. Before, I would show up. As I was going over there, I would stop off at a Walgreens or a CVS and get the travel size baby oil, and if they didn't have it, then I would have to have the big. So if they didn't have the travel size, I would get like a big thing of baby oil, and I would show up at a sex worker's apartment or condo or house with this plastic bag because I didn't want anyone to see this giant liter of baby oil.
She probably you knocked on the door and she saw it and she was like, Get in.
No, I would always ask. I was a gentleman. I would always ask. But then after I would like,
hey, do you mind? I brought this like gigantic 1 gallon bottle of baby oil. Like, can we use it?
And then afterwards I would nut, and she's like, "Do you want the baby oil?" And that post nut clarity, you're like, "No,
you're like, I can't. I don't need the reminder of what."
You just keep it, because once you open a bottle of baby oil, or it's just now it's all like greasy and I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'll just buy another one.
No contamination on that.
Yeah.
So you're
Fantastic.
you're working part time now. You still take shifts as okay.
No, I volunteer.
You volunteer.
So yeah, I guess this also ties back in. I ended up quitting because I was making so much working super part time on OF.
Yeah.
I was making. Keep in mind, PAs make 6 figures.
Yeah.
And I was the highest paid out of my entire class for my first year of employment.
Yeah.
And so I was getting paid a lot.
Yeah.
I was probably putting in like 10 hours of work on OF, and I was making more than I was as a PA.
So 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
And just cooking. Was it like surprising to? Was it like mind blowing?
It was mind blowing. I was shaking all the time because I was
what do I do
it
with
was
this
really
money?
hard to process.
Yeah.
And I was terrified of being found out all of the time.
Oh.
And so I was like, I'm never going to be able to work as a PA again. And so anyway, working in our healthcare system, do not recommend.
Yeah.
We are literally poisoning and killing people for profit.
Jesus.
Really? Can you kind of expand on that?
Sure.
Well, you don't have to get too into detail.
I won't go too into detail, but I will say
we need a couple more Luigi Mangiones.
I'm not saying that.
But yeah,
I'm saying that.
I'm not saying that, but I do. In my 6 months of work, actually, it was just under 6 months. I saw some of the most atrocious decisions made by physicians.
Really?
Because they were really concerned primarily with the bottom line. And not all of them are like this, but enough are. They've drank the Kool-Aid. They want their money. They're going to perform surgeries that they're not supposed to perform.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to make patients with certain injuries sit for longer because they're in a debate with the hospital on how much they should get paid to do this surgery. So patients just sit in pain for an extra week or two waiting for their surgery. I'm not going to go into detail.
Right.
Because they're literally talking about like contracts like an athlete. Like, oh, you're not paying me enough. I'm not going to play.
Exactly. It was like, perform a certain, like, I kind of get it. I get it from one angle. Surgeons get paid more to do riskier procedures.
Yes.
Right? And so when the hospital is cutting back on how much kickback they're getting for doing a risky procedure, the surgeons get mad. But then ultimately the patients suffer because they're debating amongst themselves, like, going back and forth. Oh, I should get paid this much. Blah, blah, blah. And it's taking weeks and weeks. And in the meantime, the surgeon is protesting by not performing the surgery.
Yeah. And this person is suffering.
Yeah. And so it's like human beings are being used as chess pieces, and it's unacceptable.
Well,
and I saw that like my first month of working, and I was so depressed.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I would sit there and see these patients. We're doing everything we can. Fucking lie.
Well, there was probably a part of you that you're like, oh, I started doing this because I want to help people.
No, that is exactly why I got into it.
Well, the whole painkiller crisis, the Sackler family.
Now it's Botox.
Yeah, but
Wait, well, what's going on with Botox?
Oh yeah, I mean the pharmaceuticals and the pharmaceutical industry and providers. Not all of the providers, but the ones who really started the Botox movement are in cahoots. Botox can literally cause you to be paralyzed for the rest of your life.
Really?
Yes, if it's injected improperly, and it is all the time. It happens.
Right.
But it's all just like hush hush. But anyway, I'm not trying to get conspiracy theory.
No,
we fucking love this.
And I don't want to go into too much detail, but I will say like it's worth if you are your own person and you want to look into it, I highly recommend researching it.
Well, that was the whole thing on the oxycodone or however, like the drug reps, how they were like, it just, everyone gets a kickback and you're like, well, who am I really hurting? They're convinced, and maybe they're not the doctor's fault because the doctors are being told that, this is good for, and maybe it is the doctor's fault. Like, I don't know. I'm going back to, for surgery I'm having my hernia done, and I'm going, there's like probably the top clinic in the world is in Toronto. It's called Shouldice, and I'm going to get it done there. They don't use the mesh. They don't do that.
That's good.
Yeah, they use an older procedure.
Yeah.
They keep you in the hospital or in the hospital for 3 days, and then they let you go. But yeah, it's I'd rather do it there and do it that way. They don't take you if you're not in their guidelines of like you have to be this certain weight, you have to be that, and I kind of like that. I think that's responsible doctoring.
Yeah.
Or doctor. I don't know what the term is.
I'm not surprised they're in Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
As much flack as like people give the Canadian healthcare system, it's like actually, I don't know, they seem to be putting people first a lot of the time. A lot more than here.
The flack we always get in Canada is like, it takes too long. You're gonna sit in the emergency room for 8 hours, and it's like, okay, fair. That will happen sometimes. Sometimes you have to wait really long. If something crazy's happened to you, like I have a buddy who has bad allergies and he'll get anaphylactic. And if he goes and he has anaphylactic, they're not like, take a seat. Yeah, no, you get rushed in.
Yeah.
But same with the heart stuff. Too.
Yeah, same with
if you're having a heart attack, they rush you right.
Yeah,
in. Of course.
And
you're on a timer.
Right.
For life or death. Like
exactly. But with when I look at it, I'm like, well, if you compare it to because it's always Canada, America, we get compared a lot. And if you can compare it to the American system, it's like, okay, it took you 8 hours to go get in and get your procedure done or whatever, and then in America, you got seen faster. It's still going to be a little bit of a wait.
Sure.
But you're going to get seen a little faster.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I worked in ERs. Maybe you're sitting there for 15 hours.
Yeah.
I've seen the timer on some patients waiting in the waiting room for 15 plus hours.
Yeah.
So you can't sit here and tell me
that you're not going to wait long. Yeah. But for sake of the argument, you get in faster. But then it's going to charge you. They're going to cost you $30,000.
You're going to bill $15,000 for going to the ER.
And how long do you have to work at your fucking job to make $30,000, and then say you have insurance, then the insurance company goes, actually, we don't want to cover that.
Oh, actually, that's your deductible. So now you're good. So if it happens again, sure.
Yeah.
Right? We'll cover you. But if it happens next year, you got to start over, buddy.
Yeah, it's so fucked.
It is really fucked, and it is so funny because Americans would make fun of Canadian healthcare.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Probably 70% of the people in this country, or whatever it is, don't even have healthcare. And you're like, you're making fun. So if I need my labrum done, the hernia. It takes 6 months It took 6 months to see them. Takes another 6 months to get the date. But I could get that done in 2 weeks here. But that's 20,000 probably, maybe 10,000. I don't know, like.
It's going to be ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, ridiculously
And they're going
to
use mesh when they don't need to, probably. It sounds like,
What is this mesh thing? What's going on with the mesh?
They put this, like, thing... so the Shouldice, they basically... It's like you have the hernia, there's a weak part of your abdomen.
Yeah, the muscle comes through, right?
Yeah, or whatever it comes...
Yeah.
What is it that comes?
Well, so basically you have like a hole. You could think of it as like a hole in the muscle. Like the muscle is weak there. Like there's an outpouching that's allowing for like your fat to come through, and then sometimes depending on how big or how long you've had it, you can get your intestines starting to come through.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, what they do is they flap it. The way the Shouldice method is, they flap it over a couple times and they staple it together. Yeah. No mesh. But now the roboscopic or whatever the term is, they put the mesh in, but now you have a foreign object in your body.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, I know I don't think you want like that many foreign things in your body.
I would say, yeah.
I mean, like, if
depends what you do
it's
for
a
work.
dildo
Hey. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had a feeling. I was like, I feel like this is covering my face.
Good job. Halfway through the fucking episode, you idiot. Jesus Christ. What are you doing? Just enjoying this? You taking this podcast in, enjoying it? Fucking the one thing. Make sure the ladies look good on camera.
Find a monitor. I know.
Talk in the mic. Use a mic. So that's fine. We have enough though in terms of the cameras and views though, right? Like that won't completely fuck it.
No, we'll be fine.
Start over?
No,
we have to start over.
Okay.
So let the record
is it
show.
Better now?
Let the record show. When I looked at you 1 minute in, let the record show. I was like, and you looked at me and go,
Yeah, it sounded fine. And then she started moving away from the mic.
Oh, okay.
I do move a lot.
Really? No.
I'll give him a little.
Well, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I opted to do the even my doctor said to me, I trust this guy with my, where you, sometimes I'll go to an urgent care. You went to the urgent care when you had that allergy attack, right?
No.
In New York. Didn't you have to go to an urgent care?
Oh, yeah. When I fucking.
$300, right?
No, it was like $1,500.
No.
Yeah, I know. I had. I had.
Your throat or something.
Yeah, I thought I had strep throat.
He ate some bad pussy.
I,
he ate some too juicy.
You had gonorrhea?
No, it wasn't gonorrhea. No.
That's actually pretty common.
Yeah, you can get gonorrhea or chlamydia in your throat, right?
Yeah.
But I went and I was like, I think I have strep. And they tested me. They swabbed me. They're like, you don't have strep. And so they gave me like some spray in the throat to take the pain away. And then I just went on my merry way. Then like a week later, they were like, actually, wait, I guess they run a different test. Or like, you do have strep. But I felt fine at this point. So I was like, well, I'm not going to go get the medication. Like, I feel good. And then the strep turned into scarlet fever. And I got hives, like these like burning hives broke out all over my face.
Wait, did they give you antibiotics?
Not right away. Okay. No, because they were like, you don't have strep.
Yeah.
But then after they came out with the strep thing, they're like, well, we'll get you the antibiotics. But I felt fine. So I was like, why? Well, I'm not going to take antibiotics if I'm good. Yeah. But I guess the strep like goes away and then comes back.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And I had this it was like all over here. I was putting ice packs on my face.
No, really?
Oh, so brutal.
$1,500.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing, though? But that's when you just moved to America.
Yeah.
Well, because we've known each other for over a decade now.
Yeah.
And so we've known each other when we were like flat fucking broke. So it's crazy to see people. But even still,
now you look at this house.
Yeah.
Not bad,
this ain't ours.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Multiple people have said that. They're like, you guys are killing it. It's not us.
Yeah, no. We didn't purchase
We were
this.
talking to the right people.
Right. If we did the podcast in a place in LA, we probably would have just rented a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah.
To be honest, I half expected that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I've heard the audio quality of your other pods. I'm like, oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
you were pulling up here and you were going, okay.
I was ready.
No, but as you're coming up the Hollywood Hills, were you like,
oh yeah,
were you like, it's not going to be what?
I was like, yeah, maybe this will be okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is a thing, sometimes, and that is, thank God we have the executive producer who you met.
Yeah.
This was really his vision. I was telling someone last night, because we started doing content with him. Chase started doing content about 1.5 years with him, and then we start doing content together. Just March, was it? That first time in March?
What, started the podcast?
No, before the podcast, we did that content house. Me, you.
Oh, yeah.
That was just March?
Yeah, that was March.
So we're in March, and we go to this amazing condo in Miami. Half the floor is ours. Half the other side of it is LeBron James when he's in town. So we show up to this place.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah.
Dude.
Fucking crazy. And we shoot a bunch of content. We're on a yacht. Stuff that, look, I know a lot of successful people, but I've never been privy to this life.
Yeah.
So, and I made maybe, this is the most money I made in a weekend. And it was crazy. And he goes to us. He's like, we're going to start a podcast. It's going to be great. I thought, he'd been drinking on a yacht. I'm like, yeah, you're just drunk having fun. And then he willed it into fruition. And now we actually, every time we're doing it, it's getting better. The audio's better. We get now to bring our friends who are other comics. So we're getting jobs for comics. And now we're here with fucking literally the queen of the pogs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the queen, but I'm up there.
Yeah, you're up there. But no, it's really crazy how I thought, if I were to do this on my own, it would be in a basement with a one camera shoot.
It's nice to have a little backing to have stuff to
even Jerkmate's on board now. They're sponsored.
We got brands.
And Spotify's cool with this?
I think so.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna.
Yeah, well, Well, I think they're fine.
Yeah, I think
there's
it's
other
fine.
people who are sponsored by Jerkmate who do stuff on YouTube.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I think we'll be good. We'll be
Yeah,
good.
I like this little animation. You guys need to re-record your song though.
You don't like the song?
I love the song, but
I
it needs to be
love
like
the
I don't know. It's like
song.
I like the song.
so chopped. I love the song.
You know who sang the song?
Who?
So,
Oh no.
not him. He's not. He, bro. If you listen to Eric sing, we do a bunch of like.
You've heard him sing? When are you singing, Eric?
Because you don't sing in the
Never,
two
never.
Goons songs. You sing in the
Yeah,
we bring the
background,
Goon-
yeah.
but he's background. But he's so like he sings like he's just stupid and fucking works on a farm. You sound so stupid when you're singing, but blended in into the background. It's good. It's good. But it is really funny. So our other buddy, Diego, who does the editing for the videos, he's so
He's really good. Yeah.
so gifted.
Yeah.
But such a he's truly an artist.
I was just gonna say he's an artist, like autistic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He is
an
So that's
artist.
Where we
Yeah,
were going. That
yeah.
way with it.
But so he sings all of our songs, and
Really?
so we basically, Che and I said to him,
We're like, give us something that's kind of like fun, corny. Yeah.
It's perfect.
What was the thing I said?
Like the Brady Bunch,
the
like
Brady Bunch,
something that would be like the intro to like a 80s sitcom. Yeah.
love that.
And that's why the song is the song, because it's like at the end of the day, and you probably know this, and you probably think like, okay, you said it before, you have your serious opinions, but you really don't intertwine because in this. And that's the same with us. Is like at the end of the day, we're fucking comics.
Yeah.
We're talking about dick, cum, pussy,
Yeah.
farts. You know, I don't think that's why I like kind of get
Yeah.
annoyed.
That's why I love comics.
Yeah, right. It's really to take ourselves seriously is so eye roller, and that's kind of the whole
That's
thing
true.
about the song. It should be the stupidest thing possible because it is funny.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
It's-
So that
Fuck my opinion.
No.
It's a good opinion.
You want to fuck my opinion later?
It's a good opinion.
We're
gonna wait 5 minutes when you get in the Uber. Like, what a dumb bitch.
Please do that.
No, but that's really the basis of the song, right? It's like it should be so stupid because at the end of the day, you've done other podcasts. You said you had a bad experience on other podcasts.
Yeah.
We're the same. Like it's the same.
Well, we just want to have a good time over here. Yeah, we're not trying to. Something that's a common theme that comes up when we talk about things like that, because we have talked before about how we don't bring these political things or certain ideals onto the pod, at least not too heavy all the time.
Yeah.
Is because you have this like small percentage of stuff that divides people, and then when you agree on all these other things, then we fight over those things instead of like coming together and like taking down the medical industry. Doing something like that, dude. A couple more Luigis out there.
I've gone on the record. I still think condoning killers is bad.
No, Luigi. I'm pro Luigi. I'm pro Luigi.
JJ's
Dude.
pro Brian Thompson.
Yeah, you pro Brian
I'm
Thompson.
not pro Brian Thompson. I'm pro like stop giving your fucking money to Forever Wars and give it to people like who. That's my. Again, not
Tucker
to be.
Carlson, everyone.
Yeah.
You kind of look like him too. A little more
Gotta-
hair.
I don't do the Zins though. He is a.
Yeah,
have you
he
ever heard
loves-
him talk about Zins?
No, I haven't.
Loves them. Yeah.
Oh, that's what is. Do you think that Zins are responsible for his political transition?
I think what Tucker is really, I think he knows that he's playing a game. I think he's a troll and he knows how to troll well. Like a lot of people in the political sphere, they don't care about making a change or improving the world or anything. They're like, it's about views.
Bottom line.
It's about bottom line. And I think that's what a lot of these people do. Yeah.
But he went on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and I love Theo Vaughn. I think he is the best podcast. He's so fun. if you ever listen to him when he interviewed Trump, he talked about doing cocaine.
Yeah.
And that was
wild.
crazy. That's crazy because most people will have, I'm a fan of Dave Smith, who's a libertarian, who's very anti-war, very anti-establishment. And when he had like RFK Jr. on, he was like calling him Sir, Mr. President, or whatever, not Mr. President, but you know, Sir, Mr., you know, where Theo Von was like, you know, the way I assume he would talk to you, he would talk to Trump, and he's doing the cocaine stuff. And when Trump, the funniest thing, I was listening to this interview, and Trump goes, 2016, 2020, the best economy. And Theo just snipes in, my cousin had a boat. It was just so funny. But without knowing anything about his cousin, you just know he's referencing this backwoods hillbilly redneck could afford a boat, right? And it was just a quick thing. Trump didn't even stop or anything, but it was just so funny.
Like what the best on the podcast ever. Best on a podcast ever.
So he's really so talented.
But I want to know about like what you're doing behind the paywall. What do you got going on over there? Because you said obviously you're pulling in people who love big asses. And then you came in, you're like, I kind of went for the Dom look, and I was like, oh, do you do Dom stuff? And you're like,
this is just like my fans love this outfit on me. So I was like, I got to do it for the fans. Honestly. Like, it really is a flattering fit.
Black is great, by the way. I like, George Carlin wore all black when he did stand-up. A lot of comics do. I prefer the all black look, too.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually, and I'm getting like more tattoos.
Okay,
So I'm like going for that, like
getting more
model.
aggressive. You're gonna get some. Are you gonna get bangs and get that thing going? That's very
know.
mommy Dom.
I'm really lazy with my hair, so probably not, because when I have had bangs, they go like they just don't look right. You know,
hard to
they
maintain.
don't need to look perfect, but they naturally do not look good on me. They need a nice.
Well, bangs, you have to be a specific person for them to work.
I think they do look good on me when they're done properly, but they're only done properly when I'm leaving the salon.
Right.
And then I go home and I'm like, I don't.
Well, yesterday, what's her face had bangs.
Bangs yesterday.
The last episode. Oh my God.
Sabrina Banks.
Sabrina Banks, and it works. It works so well with her.
So sick.
Yeah. It looks so good on her. It just was. She had bangs, right?
I'm pretty sure she had bangs.
She also was wearing raccoon ears.
Too,
That's cute.
Yeah. She's super cool.
Super cool. And so you're doing the small dick humiliation and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, small penis humiliation.
Okay, pull it out, Eric.
Let's do it right now.
Do it right now.
I do everything. I do most things. I do a lot of small penis stimulation. I think, or SPH.
Yes.
A lot of guys see my butt and they're like, I can't fit between those cheeks.
Oh, you wouldn't make it. I don't have enough.
Yeah, I don't have enough.
We don't have the capacity for
and
this.
And they're like, what a turn on to be freaking like made fun of by this girl who I could never please.
Yeah.
You know.
I actually have a good cock. Che has a good cock.
We got good cocks over
here. Eric's got a great cock. But if
I don't know how JJ got dad on all the cocks, by the way.
Every
I know.
He's got dad on everyone's. He's got dad on everyone's cock.
Until they're sending you pictures of their tiny dick for it to be humiliated.
Okay, can we get before we go, can we get a sample small dick humiliation as me and Che are the small dick? Could you do a 10-second?
Yeah. What would that sound like?
How would it?
I have to get in character. Okay.
Could you get in character, you think? And
maybe I can kind of somewhat get there.
It doesn't have to be a little teaser, like, you know what I'm saying? Think of this as like the amuse-bouche of small dick humiliation.
Okay.
Aperitif.
What a waste of fucking time. How dare you send me a picture of this tiny little roach dick? Literally, don't make me laugh.
Sorry, roach dick is crazy, dude. Roach dick is nuts.
This is literally the kind of dick that you would imagine would be on a Ken doll. Like, I can't. They're laughing too much.
That's great.
You know, it's so funny. How is a guy not like, How's a guy not like? So I assume like if you do small dick humiliate, what is it called?
Small penis humiliation.
SPH. So is it guy, dude? If like, how's a guy not
fucking make it bigger?
How does a guy not send you that? And you're so do you do it voice or how do you?
I do video.
Okay, so he's doing the video. Like honestly. Even if I had a small dick and I heard that, I'd be like this, and I go, I would like die laughing.
That's so funny.
I'd be like struggling. But there are
Roach
some guys
dick?
who are probably like the way when I get titty milk in my mouth. There's guys who are like,
God, I want that one day.
titty milk?
Yeah.
You want to drink it or you want to have
drink it.
Okay.
I thought you wanted
Like
to.
from the breast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a formula baby, so.
Oh, so you
My
never
time is
had it.
coming.
Yeah, your immune system's fucked.
the from the breast is one of the hottest things.
Probably.
It really is. Yeah.
Do you flip flop? You like ladies and dudes?
I love everything.
So they're okay.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Human.
Yeah, everything human. Yeah,
Everything legal.
human.
Everything illegal. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Everything
Jesus
legal.
Christ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
So there was one thing you commented on one of my stories, and it was this. It was a lady who was with like I guess a guy. She was older. She looked like she was in maybe her late 40s, early 50s, and she was with a dude who seemed like he was the same age. And then they had this like young black guy with them, and she kissed both of them, and then walks away.
He like grabs her ass.
Yeah, and you said goals.
Yeah, literally goals.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
would you like a what kind of situation are you looking for?
It's not that I'm looking for that. I guess it's just more like when I'm older to have like young bucks around.
Yeah,
like that
I
sounds
agree.
hot.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a hopeless romantic, so I'm not like hoping for that in the future, but I've been single for so long. I'm just kind of like, well, maybe that will be my future,
Yeah.
So I'm just embracing it prematurely.
So the idea of having like a few young studs that just come around and
yeah.
you're like not the worst.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I saw an interview with this woman. She's in her 70s, and she was like, I have no interest in, I was married. He died. Yeah,
he did.
Right? And like he was like in his 50s. They were in their 50s. He died. She stayed single, and she's like, I have all of these boyfriends, and they're all in their 20s and 30s, and they all end up getting like girlfriends, right? Like we're having fun. I'm in my 70s, and like I don't want anything serious. So they're like, okay, well, I want something serious. So they go to younger women, and she's like, and it's cool, and we'll still grab coffee, and it's like fine, and then they break up. And then we're right back at it, So she has like a whole like in her 70s.
Damn,
And
good for her.
I'm like, that's goals. Like
Pussy
honestly,
fire.
if I were in that position, absolutely.
Well, I mean, yeah,
It's fucking sick.
we gotta wrap up soon. But like, yeah, I mean, hey, when you're 70, it really is now like probably what people were 30 years ago in their 50s, right? There's so much out there that kind of makes you age a lot better now. So
Yeah, right on. All right.
I didn't get to finish this.
Oh, no,
so
please.
as a PA, I volunteer at a free medical clinic. I run it twice a week
Where-
here
in
in
LA?
LA. I'm not going to say where
okay,
exactly because
Sure.
Yeah, you got safety. Yeah.
So, I will say like OF and how much money I make and being able to sustain a living and also pay back my debt and all of that, or pay off my debt. I'm able to use my license in a way that's a lot more meaningful. And so I don't know, I guess I just wanted to like squeeze that in there because I think it's important that people know that there are creators out there who are doing good for the community. And we get shit on a lot, like sure there are a bunch of narcissists in every industry and blah blah blah, whatever.
No, not
and like I'm not saying that I'm not a narcissist in some way, but I will say that like I just have a lot of hope with how much money these girls are making. Like any of these girls watching the podcast, if you'd like to donate to my clinic, like throw a few bucks.
I do. I
our
go
way.
to shout out to in Toronto, Hassle Free Clinic. It's for primarily for like gay men and gay men use the service. And in New York City, Gay Men Health Crisis, GMHC. I actually just got my dick tested last week. But I always did. It's all volunteer, but I do always like donate at the end of it because I know it is all volunteer, and people appreciate that. That's very, very good that you do that. And
it's huge.
you can let us
cool.
know. We'll do a Two Goons We'll do a 2 Goons donation.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Yeah. Two Goons donation for sure.
Hey, man,
absolutely.
that sounds fucking great. Yeah. Spread the word. And I can tell you guys which clinic it is. It's just that some creeps.
Some creeps, some shitty
Love
people.
You creeps, like, give me your money, but like don't show up to my clinic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking do good things.
Yeah. No, that's great. So we got to outro this.
That was great. Thank you so much. Like, we really appreciate you having you coming through. That's it. Socials. Oh yeah, socials. Yeah, do your socials.
Just Haley Quinnla. It's HaleyQuinnla, and that's across pretty
all
much
platforms.
Every platform. I'm primarily active on Instagram though, and then you can find my links on my Instagram. So
okay,
pretty easy. But thanks for watching.
Solid. Thanks for coming through. That was amazing.